Hey, soy Iván, un nativo de español con 19 meses en japonés, 45 months in English, and as an athlete, I'm on a mission to help fucked up language learners who can't study for more than 5 hours on a daily basis. If you could have a passive buff, which could let you have a 5% more concentration and productivity for all of your entire life, how much would you pay for it? Probably a couple thousands of dollars if you consider yourself a person with some neurons. Well, that's the effect that music is having on you, and every day you are living without that buff. The first thing it does is it puts this shitty rhythm in your brain, and whenever you're kind of distracted, you remember the rhythm of the music you are listening to. Instead of having thoughts at how you should improve at your studies, how efficient you want your immersion to be tomorrow, or the class that you didn't pay attention to today. And you can say, yeah, but does it actually make that much difference if I just do it one day? Of course not. But that's not the problem. The problem with listening to music daily is that it makes you be the type of human being who listens to music every day. And so by default, you will be 5% less efficient every day. And do you remember what I have said literally just 1 minute ago? You will pay thousands of dollars for having a 5% more effective brain. There's another way in which music can have an effect on you, which is the way you think about things. And yeah, I'm not saying that if you listen to a music and the singer is saying that he kills people, then you will automatically kill people because of listening to that song. No, of course not. It affects you in the sense that you're more propense to do a very small action of what is being defined in the song, or even to feel in your body the emotion that the song is proclaiming. That's why people who listen to sad music on a daily basis are more propense to end up in a sad mood, or people who listen to these bitchy songs of rappers saying that they will fuck every girl in the world are more propense to be promiscuous. You really have to be careful with this, because if the song is making you feel bad, why the fuck do you keep listening to the song? It makes me crazy that you enjoy feeling bad. And do you know the first thing that happens when you start feeling bad? Exactly, you don't want to study. Because when you want to procrastinate, it's not because you have this wonderful emotion saying, oh, I want to procrastinate. No, you procrastinate because you have this feeling of trying to feel good. That's why you procrastinate. You feel bad because you have procrastinated for like, I don't know, 10 days for a test that you should have studied like literally 5 days ago or 10 days ago, and you've been procrastinating all of these days, and you want to feel good. Every day you want to feel good because procrastinating makes you feel bad. And so it is a cycle. Every time you procrastinate, you feel bad. And because of feeling bad, you procrastinate more. And it will be way more difficult to get out of this cycle if you keep listening to music. What should you do instead? There will be people saying to you, do passive listening, and of course, that's certainly way more efficient than you listening to music. But I will recommend you a lot to just not listen to anything. This is how you're supposed to live, like a normal person. 1,000 years ago, normal persons didn't listen to music. And whenever they listened to music, it's because they were on some kind of festival and they were celebrating something, right? So it makes sense that if you're with your family, you listen to music, because listening to music is how people usually form bonds. Listening to music every day is not normal. That is not how we live. And so if you are not being normal, it makes sense that you procrastinate a lot. It makes sense that you have difficulties studying. And so you can imagine that 100 years ago, people didn't really have a difficulty to read a book. People didn't have a difficulty to pay attention to the class. Yeah, maybe someone did, but like the majority of the people didn't have as much difficulty as they have now to pay attention to a class or to pay attention to a book, because they didn't have TikTok. They didn't listen to music every day. Even if they listened to the music, they had literally some analogic player in which they had to put first a disc or listen to the radio to listen to some music. And you can kind of say that that is a good way of listening to music, because they didn't listen to the music while they played video games, or maybe they listened to the music while they were playing football. Like, there are ways of doing these habits which are healthier. It's just that you don't know how to do them. You know for a fact that watching all of these shows in Netflix just for dopamine every day or playing video games every day is not good. That is a bad habit. But you can imagine that if you play video games with some friends, that is going to be a social moment, and so it's not going to be as unhealthy. Or if you go to a movie center and you watch the movie there with your family, it's not as bad too, right? It's a social moment. You can even meet people and talk to them about the movie that you just literally watched. The point with this is that habits like listening to music, playing video games, or watching shows in Netflix can be healthy if you do them in the good way. And when you start implementing this, you'll notice that your ability to resist boringness will increase by a noticeable amount. Again, nothing crazy, but if that 5% content will differentiate you from someone else, then in a competition scenario of maybe going for some type of job, you'll be the one who gets it just because of stopping to listen to music. So don't be stupid. In these scenarios, you can listen to music. Like, it's normal to listen to music in some scenarios. In the first scenario that I listen to music to is a student, and the type of music that I listen to here is either lo-fi music or classical music, right? So whenever I'm reading in Japanese, I listen to classical music sometimes or lo-fi music sometimes. Most of the time, like 70 to 80% of the time, I don't listen to anything. But if sometimes I feel like I can't read for that much amount of time more, then I just listen to classical music to make myself just enjoy more the reading session. Whenever you're having a party, it is also very normal to listen to music. As I have said 3 minutes ago, listening to music with people is probably the best way of forming bonds. And so, yeah, if you want to have a girlfriend, probably you want to listen to music with her for more bonds. I don't know. I don't know about you, but whenever I go to a gym, I don't try to do passive listening. I just listen to music that is actually going to motivate me to do my exercises better. And so there's weird people trying to do like passive listening or listen to audiobooks whenever they go to a gym. And the bad thing about this is that you're kind of multitasking. And for me, whenever I want to go to a gym, I just want to be social. I want to feel like a normal person. I don't want to feel like a fucking weirdo trying to grind 16 hours on the day fucking language. No, I want to feel good so that tomorrow I can study better. I want to have songs which will actually help me, and the songs that actually help you to train better at the gym so you can actually feel kind of refreshed, and tomorrow you will study much more better your languages are songs that will help you, like metal or maybe a Viking song, so you actually get really motivated to do your bench press PR. Don't multitask trying to do your audiobooks or shit. Just fucking listen to music and be social at the gym. Don't be retarded. Check the first link in the description if you want my help, and engage with this content if you want more people to know about this. Thank you.